Good morning. Hey, I decided that the best way that we could do this for our study guide is for you and I to kind of walk through it problem by problem. You can check your own, and that way if you need to actions, we can kind of do them together. So let's see the first one that you did. So our first problem, this is a parallelogram. Now you didn't write it, but that means we're talking A equals base times height. My base and my height on this problem connected with a right angle. So this and these two match each other, so they gave us the number up here. So that means we're talking about 8 times 4. So your area is going to be 32 units squared. So if you're correct, good for you. Triangle. So with our triangle, A equals base times height divided by 2. A equals, alright, so here's my right angle, which means this is the base, and this is the height. So 12 times 4 divided by 2. 12 times 4 is 48, half of 48, 24 units squared. Alright, trapezoid. Okay, A equals base 1, base 2, times the height, divided by 2. Remember, we want our parallel sides. So base and base, that means this is the height because it's connected with the right angle. So we want 12 plus 18 multiplied by 11 divided by 2. So 30 plus 11, sorry, multiplied by 11 divided by 2. So we end up with an area equals 165 millimeters squared. Okay, so there's our basic figures. Now let's start talking about compound figures. Remember, there's multiple ways to do this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to divide mine here. So if this is 10 and this is 6, 10 minus 6, that means this part has to be 4 centimeters. If this is 9 and this is 2, 9 minus 2, this has to be 7 centimeters. So I'm going to do 1 and 2. Rectangle 1, length times width. 4 and 7. So we get 28 centimeters squared. Rectangle 2 is also length times width. So we have 10 times 2. We end up with 20 centimeters squared. Put them together, 48 centimeters squared. Now you may not have done it exactly that way, but we should agree on the answer. Okay. This one, I love this one as a missing, because this is missing for us. So if we do an intact total rectangle first, length times width, 22 multiplied by 17, we end up with 374 centimeters squared for the total area. Now the missing triangle is base times height divided by 2. We have 17, because this is the same thing as that, multiplied by 16 divided by 2. We end up with 136. So if I do 374 minus 136, we get 238. Oops. We have erasable. 138 centimeters squared. Next one. Looks like we just have a rectangle and a triangle. So A equals length times width. A equals 12 by 4. We get 48 centimeters squared. The triangle, A equals, all right, we've got to do a little work on this. So the base of the triangle here, if this is 12 and this is 6, that means this has to be 6. Base times height divided by 2. So 6 times, now we need the height right here. So if the whole thing was 11 and this is 4, 11 minus 4 means this has to be 7 divided by 2. So 42 divided by 2 is 21 centimeters squared. So since they're stuck together, I add them, and we get area equals 69 centimeters squared. Okay, last one. Looks like a trapezoid and a triangle. Base 1, base 2, times the height divided by 2. 12 and 6 are our bases, and the height of the trapezoid is 6. So we get 18 times 6 divided by 2. So we get 54 centimeters squared for the trapezoid. Now the triangle, base times height divided by 2. The base here is 12. And we've got to do a little work. If the whole thing is 15 and this is 6, 15 minus 6 means just this piece is 9 divided by 2. So we get 54 centimeters squared also. And since they're together, I put them together. So the area equals 108 centimeters squared. Okay. Draw and label our points for our polygon. So A is at 0, 1. Label that. B is at 4, 4. C is at 5, 1. B, C, draw the shape. Only 3 points, so I know it's a triangle. Okay. D is at 2, 6. 4, 6, 1, 2, and 3, 2. Sorry, that's F and that's G. Get our lines, and you just drew a parallelogram. Okay, now we're going to draw it and find the area. So H is at 10, 10. I is at 8, 2. J is at 2, 2. And K is at 4, 10. So, connect. Guys, it's really better if you have a ruler to do the connecting. Alright. So first thing is we know that it's a parallelogram. So that means our area is base times height. Here's the base. Easy to do it this way and just go, okay, here's my base. And it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes long. And then the height is how tall is the thing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6 multiplied by 8, we get 48 units squared. Next one, 0, 3 is P. 0, 9 is Q. And 6, 3 is R. Quick connection here. So triangle, A equals base times height divided by 2. A equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 divided by 2. 36 divided by 2, 18 units squared. Doing great. A is at 2, 3. B is at 2, 7. C is at 5, 7. D is at 7, 3. Okay. Looking like a trapezoid. So A equals base 1, base 2, times our height divided by 2. A equals, all right, one of our bases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 1, 2, 3 for the other base. Now the height, 1, 2, 3, 4 is 4 tall. So we have 8 times 4 divided by 2. 8 times 4, 32 divided by 2, 16 units squared. All right, last one. So D is at 10, 8. E is at 10, 3. F is at 1, 3. And G is at 1, 8. Connect the dots. Alright, definitely a rectangle. A equals length times width. You can do base times height also, it's cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our area is 45 units squared. Last one, our advanced one. So the vertices of a dog park are E is at 4, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. F is at 7, 15. So 5, 6, 7. And then come up here to 15. G is at 14, 15. And H is at 18, 15, 16, 17, 18, 4. All right. So, looking like trapezoid. Area of the dog park. So we get base 1, base 2, times height divided by 2. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 from here. So one base is 14 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tall, divided by 2. 21 times 10 divided by 2. So that means the area of our dog park is going to be 105, and our information said that it was meters squared. Alright guys, so you should have everything checked and corrected. If you need to go back and look at another one to see how I got it, please do. Have a great day.